I'm going to talk about the Lego robots that I work with Mrs. Brandt's students. The latest efforts I've made have been one-on-one with each student. What you're looking at right now is the Lego Mindstorms program that you get when you buy the Lego Mindstorms NXT robot. This is the controller that you also get. Let's turn it on. And you get 3 motors with these connectors. There's motors A, B, and C. I asked the student to connect the first motor to port A. Then I asked the student to select a motor, click and drag, click. Now by default it always picks motor A, and if this is kind of far to see, I'll move it closer, but motor A has been selected, forward direction, 75% power. I ask the student to change the duration from unlimited to rotations, and we leave it at the default 1 rotation. Okay. Then up top is File. Click on Save As, and the student types in their name. I'll put in Student 1. Okay. And then I'll hit, whoops, excuse me. Now I need to connect the computer to the Lego robot, and I'll use this cable. It's got a USB connector and then a funny shaped connector that goes here. Okay, now I can hit this little square that says download and run. So now it's going to talk, each computer is going to talk to each other, and when this starts running, the motor will spin 1 revolution. And sometimes this takes a little time the first time you do it. Okay, ready? 1 spin. Now I ask the student to connect 2 additional motors to B and C. They get to pick. I'll connect this to motor B and this to motor C. Then I ask the student to select what's called the move icon. It controls 2 motors at once simultaneously. By default, it's already set up to move B and C in the forward direction. I ask them to make that 3 rotations instead of 1. Okay, let's hit the save button, which is that little symbol there. Download and run. Okay, motor A, 1 rotation. Motors B and C, 3 rotations. Next, I have the students select the color lamp icon. Okay, by default it's red. And I ask the student to connect the sensor. You can connect it to ports 1, 2, 3, or 4. I always ask them to connect it to 3, only because by default the program thinks the lamp will be connected to port 3. It just makes it a little faster. Okay, so there's the red light. Now, down here is a little circle next to the green and the blue. I ask the student to click on green, changes green, click on blue, changes blue. I say, what color is your favorite? Let's say it's green. Fine. Then the student selects 2 more lamp outputs. Okay, whoops, it's kind of tricky sometimes. Hey. There we go. And I want 1 of 3. So the student has already selected this as green. This is red by default. You can see that as you click on an icon, a little blue box appears. So we'll change that to blue. Okay. So now the lamp is blue. We'll hit the save button, download and play. Okay, I'm not going to show you the motors, but it's going to spin. Okay, ready? It goes green, red, blue. But that's too fast. So I ask the student to select the hourglass, which is the wait icon. However, right now it says it's a sensor, push button sensor or touch sensor. I say change sensor to time. 1 second, we like that. Then we select another hourglass and we stick it in between there. And again, change the sensor to time, but make that 3 seconds. Okay. And we'll hit the save button and the download and play. I won't show you the motors spinning. Okay, green for 1 second, red for 3 seconds, and then blue. Lastly, I ask the student to select a sound, and let's put it right after their favorite color, which was green. Okay, now by default it's selected the word or the phrase good job. Let's hit the next one down.
Good.
Good. No, we want green. Now you can go up and down quite a bit. There's many choices here, and you can actually record your own phrase or a word, but green works for us. Okay, hit the save button, play, download and play. Okay, now I ask the student to remove the cable, and again, this is just a collection of motors and a sensor connected to the box. But now we will connect this computer to this mobile little rover guy, okay, thusly, and we'll turn this box on with the orange button. Okay, now we'll hit the download and play. This one again might take a little time because it's the first time through. But when it does, motor A will turn on for 1 second, B and C, which are the treads, for a longer duration, and then the lamp will come on. It'll also talk. A, B, C, green, red for 3 seconds, and then blue. So, the kids have programmed a box of parts, and now they've programmed a vehicle. Since the vehicle's already programmed, we can disconnect the tether, and it's all set to go. Just hit the orange button, and away we go. Okay, done.